This is a project I am starting to encourage myself to continue something I've been doing recently, which is to sight read every day or almost every day. This is the first book of Bach's Well-Tempered Clavier, one of the sort of most famous pieces in piano repertoire, or sets of pieces. And my plan is to read every prelude and fugue in the entire Well-Tempered Clavier, and if I still have the excitement about this project necessary to keep going, then I will probably do something else, such as Mozart's sonatas or Beethoven's sonatas. Some of these pieces I've read before, but I have not actually performed any of them. So this is kind of an exercise in hearing and seeing what music looks like in its roughest state, what classical music looks like when a performer hasn't actually practiced yet. This has the added benefit of giving me some initiative to actually spend time at the piano when I don't have a lot of initiative or reason to actually practice. And by practice, I mean take a piece and really break it down and drill the technical parts of it until there's no technical issues preventing me from playing it smoothly and well. That's sort of a poor definition of practice, but it's what I've got at the moment. So here is Bach's Prelude and Fugue number 1 in C major, from Book 1 of the Well-Tempered Clavier. And as you can tell, the prelude is something that I'm sure I've read before, and is also much, much easier than the fugue in this case. My friend has a theory that the prelude is something that you might play to see how a piano is in tune, or how it's tuned, because the Well-Tempered Clavier, as from the name Well-Tempered Clavier, as many people know, is about tuning a piano such that, or a keyboard instrument, not a real piano, because Bach didn't have one of those, such that you could play in every key, and that's why he has a prelude and fugue, two in fact, in every single key, both major and minor, because previously tunings used to be used that sounded good in some keys but not in others, and now we have ubiquitously something called equal temperament, where the distances pitch-wise between each key are exactly the same. But in Bach's time, they had not discovered that yet, or how to do it, because it's actually rather technically difficult. And so no one's quite sure what temperament actually Bach meant by well-tempered. Excuse me. But it would have been one of the more modern ones in his time, where no set of keys was favored over others, to the extent that you couldn't play in every key. And so he meant for these pieces to be played all in a single temperament. Now, speaking of tuning, you probably noticed that my piano is not actually in tune very well right now at the moment. And that is not going to change for a couple weeks because we're moving, and that is not a great time to tune a piano, because pianos always need to be tuned right after they're moved. So, with that, I hope you enjoyed the first installment of extremely rough Bach playing.